Good morning, viewers. This is Charity. We're in Ngugi-Latz, and I'm talking to you all the way from Germany. It's snowing here, and it's quite dark, although it's in the morning. And I just wanted to greet you. Something is just coming to my heart, and I just had to talk about it. I was wondering, when all these problems we are having, could it be that we're just going against the principles of God? The principles of our ancestors. Especially we as an African people, we seem to have forgotten a very basic principle, and that is the principle of honoring your father and your mother and the elderly. We just have completely forgotten this. We are a world that is just moving so fast, a generation that thinks that everybody just takes care of their own. Everybody takes care of themselves. Everybody just is so materialistic that we have gone overboard. We have forgotten about about respecting, honoring. For example, the first principle, the basic principle, is the principle of honoring God. There's only one God. Your God is my God, and that God deserves our respect. And all that He has created, that is the earth, the moon, the skies, the big and the small, the great, the elephant, the small ant, the rivers, the oceans, the mountains, everything that is on this earth was created by God. And God has given us breath, free breath. The same breath that you're breathing right now is the same one I'm breathing right now. Not because we have bought it, not even because we know exactly where it comes from. We'll never know, and it is not for us to know because we have been freely given. But there is a principle that God said, and there is a principle even in the African tradition that one must respect their father, their mother, the elderly, so that their days may be blessed in the land they may find themselves in. That is the way I understand it. I understand it that wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you are, you're in the right place because you are there for a purpose. You are there to serve, to do God's purposes with love and care. Your parents who brought you in this earth also had their time to do their part. And now that you are all grown up, you think you can do it on your own. You think that you do not deserve them. You blame them for everything. And you forget that the same kind of trials and tribulations that you might be going through, maybe they went tenfold more. You forget that they were there when you could not take care of yourself. So before you take that cup of tea, before you take that spoon and put your food into your mouth, before you do anything, have you prayed for your parents? Have you called your parents and found out whether they have eaten anything? Are they well? That grandmother or that grandfather that you always drive by and you see them walking around looking on the floor, looking for things early in the morning, selling their tomatoes or whatever, or potatoes or anything on there outside in the rain, in the cold, and you pass them. And when you give them even 10 shillings or 10, or we want to bargain about the price of ndoma, about the price of the potatoes, give and add more. You have been given. The more you give, the more you get. That is a principle. There are some principles that we have forgotten, and this is what we are being told to do for self reflection. I admit I have forgotten some of them, but I admit that whenever I have remembered and I've continued to bless the elderly, I respected, though since my parents are not there, I still remember to respect the elderly. I even respect the elderly despite of the race, because that is what God wants us to do. And I don't care what you think, I don't care what you say. If you do not honor your mother and your father, your days will be difficult. Let not you discover this when it is too late, when you are too old and you start begging for forgiveness. Now that you're strong, now that you can walk, now that you can laugh and climb and run, this is the time to call. This is the time to make sure that at these times, in these times, whether they are rich, whether they are poor, Wherever they are, take care of them. Just say hello, send them something extra, laugh over the phone, and you'll see the blessings come flowing in your life. You'll see opportunities opening. You'll see things working out for the better and never for the worse. That was my message. Don't ask me why. I just had to do it. Thank you.